What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Lazyriver. It's been a while since I've done a video where I actually enunciate. We've been working on this crawfish tank here for a little while now. It's about 3.5 weeks old as of having these plants in them. If you look at some older videos, you'll see it, and it was called the Suzzland whatever. It had a bunch of Swassertang and Java moss in it, but now we're rocking some other plants. We've cleaned it up and it's actually become a whole lot healthier. You'll see that we have, of course, our guppy grass. We have our pearlweed. We have some Rotala indica. We've started putting some Kimbomba green in there, and as well as in the back, there's a Java fern attached to the log, and we've got a bunch of other stuff. We've got a little bit of dwarf hair grass that's growing in this corner, and some foxtail. So I've been trying to see what I can do as far as keeping a planted tank with crawfish. And as you see, we've got Davina #2 right here, and she's doing really well in here. I've given her some hiding places, and I've been feeding her some of the sinking carnivore pellets. We've got a little colony of guppies that we're starting to breed in here, and these came out of a tank from inside. These are females, and let's see if we got a shot of this beautiful Endler type male right there, if it'll focus. Look at those awesome colors. Here's another one. So we're going to see what we can get with those guppies. Moving on up, we have the Angelfish with the Amano Shrimp. Now, this little carpet is starting to take over, as you see here. This was started out of this tank up here, which is full Monte Carlo carpet, no filter, no CO2, started almost a year ago. It says 9/13/2020. So you can see that in a year we really haven't had too much growth without CO2, but we also haven't had high light. And if you remember to older videos, we actually had this tank with a lot of jungly type vegetation, so the light didn't get down to it as much. But we're rocking some new plants. We've got some Bacopa. We just put a little bit of Rotala indica in here today. Got a little bit more Kimbomba green, and we're gonna just leave that alone, see how it goes. Over here, this tank, if I can get it to focus, really isn't as awesome as I'd like it to be. It's got a lot of Swassertang, it's got some Anubias, and you know, it's got, what do you call this, the Riccia flutiens, which I've also put down here. We think it might grow pretty well in there, but I'm gonna wait for a little while and decide what I want to do with that. I'm kind of just keeping it as a mossy type of thing. Pearlweed's totally taken over this tank. We might be able to get a side shot. Let me show you real quick. Pearlweed is basically all in the front of the tank, although it's starting to spread throughout. This was the main tank that housed the jungle val that I've been selling, and I've ceased to sell any jungle val lately just because I don't want it to go extinct, and I really want to find another place where I can keep it, perhaps over here again at some point, though we're really running out of space, and we've tried to take down the number of tanks that we had. You'll notice that the rack has a few less, so I'm trying to work with less and kind of produce, you know, good quality and just enjoy it. I don't need a lot of stuff to really stress me out. If we go on over here, this one was started on the 19th, 7/19, and this is just a full-on moss tub. A lot of the Java moss that I'm selling on the Facebook groups comes out of here. Now, we're rocking 3 different types. In the back, right now, we have a little bit of Swassertang. It's kind of got some other stuff mixed, so I really need to just get in there and be able to sort them out. Here in the front we have some willow moss, which was from LRB Aquatics originally, though I do have some in another tank, which is right here in this corner, and we're gonna see how that goes. This is an indoor tank. More Rotala, more Bacopa, focus. We've got a little more foxtail in the center ground right there. And this is where most of the main trimmings that I sell and propagate come from, because you see it's doing so awesome. We've got a really good LED light on there. And I like to, you know, move it around from time to time, maybe set it like that. So like this section of the tank gets a little bit of light, or this way, or vice versa. Let's go on back out there to that moss tub. I'm really dying to just get rid of some of this moss right now. It's really good. You'll see that there's a couple little brown spots in there, but it's nothing serious. And I feel like the moss in here is just getting so dense that it's starting to choke itself out, if that makes any sense. So I'm running out of room. I can't really propagate it or put it too many other places right now. So if any of y'all out there want some, I'm going to be selling good sized portions for $5 a piece. Armor, if you're watching me, hit me up, bro. I've got moss for you. I know you always love that moss. Let's see, moving on up. This is a little shrimp tank, and this is all the culls that we've had over the past couple years. You'll see a couple of them right there. We've had a lot of success. We don't really feed, we don't clean, we don't do anything to this. Every once in a while we'll pick out some of this hornwort up here, and we'll do a little bit of a duckweed sweep, but this is pretty much self-sustaining at this point, which is really cool. And then again, we're back to here. And let me show you one more thing. Of course, the turtles, Harry and Cherry, going strong, doing well. They were basically why I started this channel in the first place. Now, I know I'm not uploading on Instagram too much, and I did see that a couple days ago there was some of you that have been like commenting and DMing me saying, hey, where you at? Well, dude, I'm not trying to post stuff all the time on Instagram, so check me out on YouTube. That's where I'm at most of the time now. I'm on other things such as, you know, my other Instagram, which is my personal one. And if you already follow me, you'll most likely be able to make sense of that and find me through there. Other than that, this is just a little update that went a little bit longer than I wanted to. But I hope you're all doing well. And until next time, stay lazy and adios.